Continue our class. Well, now we're going to start learning the last unit of this school year, the world of opportunities. It is really so. Our world is full of different opportunities. We can do everything. If we can do some interesting actions in our life, let us do them. But first of all, let us learn the new vocabulary. Today, we're starting the last maybe vocabulary number 20. Well, it will consist of 20 different words and word combinations as usual. I will read them and comment on. Exchange program. I won't translate this word combination. I will try to say that exchange program, it is a program when people or groups from different countries taking part in an exchange program with each other and study another country's language or culture. The second, gap year. Gap year is a period of time, usually a year, when students take a break before going to university or college. Next, overseas. Overseas, happening in another country or abroad. To be culturally aware. Know something about another culture. Culture shock. Culture shock means different feelings felt by somebody facing another culture in a foreign country. For example, in some Muslim country, we can see that all women are covered by different scarves. Next, to be impressed by. When I am facing with different people and I can get different impressions, I am impressed by them. To be used to. This word combinations expresses our habits. Next, communicativeness. It's a quality of a person when he or she can communicate with absolutely different and any people. To enhance students' lives means when we want to improve life of a student. To provide with, for example, when we want to make something to improve our life. Unforgettable awareness means when we know everything. An admission when we can get different houses and different firms. An assumption when we want to propose something. An immersion when we do our work correctly and really feel responsibility about it. Personal growth when a girl or a boy feels that he or she really improves his or her qualities. Language skills. When we learn the foreign language, we can improve our language skills. Intensive classes. When we learn really hard and want to know everything, we have intensive classes. To speak fluently. If we know the foreign language very well, we speak really fluently as a teacher or as a native speaker. Integrity. Integrity means equality when all parts of our life really take place simultaneously. And flexibility. Flexibility means when our bosses or our chefs are really loyal for us. Very nice. Please, at home you have to translate all these words and word combinations by yourselves and of course learn them. Now, let us do some listening tasks. Please open your textbooks at page 129. Let us do some exercises. 5, 4, and 6 at page 129. I will remember and I will remind you that don't forget to make some notes when you do some listening tasks. Well, exercise 4. Listen to two young people speaking about their experience abroad. For each speaker, answer the questions. You'll have 5 questions and please listen attentively.
Аудиозапись номер 36. Unit 4. The World of Opportunities. Exercise 4. Listen to two young people speaking about their experience abroad. For each speaker, answer the questions. 1. Where is he or she from? 2. Where did he or she go? 3. Why did he or she go abroad? 4. What did he or she do there? 5. Does he or she sound positive about their experience? Speaker 1. My name is Adrian James, and I went to Russia on an exchange program. I had always wanted to be able to live overseas, and I finally got my chance last year when I went to Russia for 1 semester. Before I left, people would come up to me and say that I was mad to have chosen Russia of all places. They also didn't understand why I would want to go to a former communist country. What they didn't know is that the Russians are now free. During my stay in Russia, my life was changed in a way that is difficult to express to other people. I lived with a magnificent family who treated me like I was one of their own. When I left Russia, my whole host family cried, and they were all sad that I was not going to be staying with them anymore. That sadness really broke my heart, but it also made me feel like I had accomplished something big. I'd actually come into this family not knowing any of them, and left feeling like I was truly one of them. It was like a dream come true. Coming back to the US was really hard for me, because I knew that I was going to have to go back to the same routine that I was doing before I left. In Russia, every day was new to me, and every day was a new challenge. I also made friends there that I knew would last a lifetime. When I came back to the US, I was more open-minded about everything, and I looked at the world in a different way. It was so wonderful. I started telling people about my great experience there, trying to make them more culturally aware, and it actually worked. There is never a day when I don't think about my experiences in Russia. I will always love that place. Speaker 2.
My name is Lisa Watson, and last year I decided to take a gap year in order to go to Japan on a university scholarship to study Japanese. Learning Japanese was incredibly difficult. There are 3 different alphabets, and I really felt lost in translation most of the time. In a country where people know only basic English, not being able to express yourself can be frighteningly disorienting. If you are planning to visit Japan, be sure to learn the basics before you go, or else be ready to polish up your mime skills. But language and culture shock aside, Japan is actually great fun. A hypermodern youth culture makes the average Japanese city a very attractive destination for adventurous gap year goers and backpackers. Working part-time as an English teacher also meant that I could afford to do some traveling around Japan, and I was surprised at how beautiful the country was. But getting used to Japan was hard. When you are so obviously different from everyone around you, you become extremely aware of your own cultural associations. I've never felt so British before in my life. Stereotypes follow you wherever you go, and you begin to wonder how true they might actually be. But when I think about it, investing so much effort in getting over the initial culture shock only made my time in Japan all the more special. And sometimes it was actually nice just to wander alone, feeling a bit lost anyway.
Аудиозапись.
Very nice. It was the end of the task. Please try to listen again, and I won't switch it on again. Please, you may do it by yourself. Now, I'm going to give you my home assignment. If you forget about writing an essay, please write an essay and send me until the end of this day, of course. Then don't forget to translate and learn the new vocabulary. Also do exercise number 9 at page 130 and exercise number 10 at page 139. I wish you good luck. Our lesson is over. Thank you very much for your attention.